Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number three of my favorite 30 drummers of all time. We've been counting down each and every day here this month in November 2024. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to everybody here in the States. Enjoy your day with friends and family. It's a day to give thanks and be appreciative of all we have. And yeah, it's one of those cool days of the year, right? Time to relax and just enjoy each other's company because that's what people should be doing, enjoying each other's company. Not some of the things we've been doing in recent years. But yeah, so everybody have a great day today. And for my pick number three today, this is an amazing drummer. I think his talents as the years go on impressed me even more, and his stock in my eyes has risen so much over the last bunch of years that if you would ask me 10 years ago, would this guy have been number three? He would have easily been in my top 10, but I don't know if he would have been in number three. But yeah, he's risen. He's risen. Let me bring to the stage here today my pick number three, third favorite drummer of all time, none other than Mr. Billy Cobham. Yes, indeed, an amazing, probably, well, not probably, he is my favorite fusion drummer of all time, jazz rock drummer, whatever you want to call it, Mr. Cobham, one of the most powerful players ever, alongside of the guys who I have mentioned on this series, like Tony Williams and Lenny White and so on and so forth. Just an amazing, amazing, amazing drummer. And specifically his work in the Mahavishnu Orchestra. He's got lots of fine solo records as well. It's not one of my picks, but Spectrum is an incredible, incredible album, and I could have picked that, but unfortunately, it has to go up against stuff like this, the Intermounting Flame, the debut album from the Mahavishnu Orchestra, just absolutely essential, absolutely essential. I mean, when you got tracks like Meeting of the Spirits and the Noonward Race and Dawn and Vital Transformation and the Dance of Maya. This guy alongside Rick Laird, John McLaughlin, Jan Hammer, and Jerry Goodman just create absolute magic, whether you want to call it jazz, whether you want to call it funk, whether you want to call it Middle Eastern rock or progressive rock or whatever. Um, the Mahavishnu Orchestra were trailblazers. And man, Billy Cobham's drumming underneath the frenzied guitar soloing from McLaughlin, the wispy violin from Goodman, and Jan Hammer's Flights of Fancy on the keyboards, just absolutely amazing. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. Almost impossible not to pick these albums. And, that goes without saying for my next pick, which is going to be Birds of Fire, the second album. I mean, this stuff is just, it's just absolutely, there's really no drop off. I've heard people rate this higher than the debut. I tend to always pick the debut just a little bit more, but man, you got the title track on here. Miles Beyond is so good. Celestial Terrestrial Computers is so, or commuters. I always want to say computers. Commuters, so good. Thousand Island Park, One Word Sanctuary. I mean, just blazing, blazing stuff on here. Just so, so good. And then, of course, my third pick. I got to go. It's funny because we didn't have this album till years and years later, but I really love the Lost Trident Sessions, which was supposed to be the third album from this lineup of the band, but they recorded it and then kind of shelved it, and then the band kind of broke up, so it just never wound up coming out till many, many, many years later. And of course, it's got absolute classics on here as well, and we got the live album Between Nothingness and Eternity. So some of the tracks that were recorded during these sessions made it. They were playing live. They played in Central Park that day. They recorded that album. But it's funny, you get that live album, you're like, oh, I don't know where these songs came from, right? Well, they came from here. Dream, Trilogy, right? You got all the stuff. Sister Andrea, I Wonder, Stepping Tones, and John's Song number two. Blistering stuff. Maybe a little hastily put together, but still the playing on here is amazing. And Cobham's just he's so fast and so heavy-handed. It's like they're probably one of the heaviest-handed guys who can be just as intricate and delicate as anybody else. And nobody plays Fast and Furious in the jazz rocker fusion spectrum like Mr. Cobham. Maybe a guy like Virgil Donati, who I covered earlier in the month. Maybe he can uh, do the same with that level of intensity and the complexity. But man, Cobham was here first, and just a monster of a player. And as far as my favorite performance, I'm going to go with his drumming on Dream from Between Nothingness and Eternity. Yeah, the studio version on Trident Sessions is great too, more than great, but he kicks it up a notch on the live version because him and McLaughlin are just like going back and forth. And McLaughlin is doing this blazing stuff on lead guitar, and Cobham is keeping up with him every step of the way. It's just mind blowing. It's one of my favorite drum performances of all time. It's just so good. Cobham is just a beast, an absolute beast. Just love him so much. So, yeah, that is my pick for today. The great Mr. Billy Cobham. And let me turn off the app here, switch myself around. There we go. So yeah, I only got two guys left. So stay tuned for number two tomorrow, number one on Saturday, which is the last day of the month before we move into storytelling time each and every day in December about beloved albums that have a story behind the first time you actually heard that album. So it's got to be a decent story to tell, right? So that's coming up starting on Sunday. So till then, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options, all available down below. Thank you in advance for all your support there. It's always greatly appreciated. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. See you tomorrow. We've got ranking the epics of Yes in the morning, along with pick number two. There'll be no professor's picks tomorrow, slow week, Thanksgiving and whatnot. So we'll pick up with Ken next week. And then, of course, Sunday, we've got the UK connection, and Saturday, UK connection, Sunday, ranking the albums of UFO Mammoth, the great Italian psychedelic space rock doom band. So that's coming up on Sunday. Till then, I'm Pete Pardo. Enjoy your day, everybody. Take care. Bye bye.